So hi, my name is Milton Copeland III, and I'm the Creative Director and Project Manager for So our strategy-based, multiplayer mobile MMO will be available on iOS and Android. Hopefully we'll go to Windows soon. It's based in space. We haven't seen any mobile games similar to some of the popular ones out there that's based in space, and we thought, why not? As a kid, I loved Star Wars, Star Trek, pretty much any space-themed video game or movie, and I really wanted to create one for...
My name is Ben Schultz, and I'm the art director on Cosmic Clash. When I heard about Cosmic Clash for the first time, I was excited because these games seem to be pretty popular, but I don't play a lot of them simply because the genre isn't to my taste. So when we started brainstorming what we could do that was different and exciting, I suggested sci-fi, since that's the alternate side of fantasy in my mind. And I think what we've done is pretty cool. I'm in charge of all the visuals in the game, so I come up with the character designs and then I build them.
Hi, my name is Benjamin Wynn, and I am the programmer for Cosmic Clash. Ask me questions. That right there is smooth.
A lot of our self-development strategy MMOs don't seem to have a solid direction. Some of the popular ones do, and they hit it pretty well with the cartoony Pixar look. And I wanted to do something a little bit different, but still relatable. So we went with a bit of a cartoony look, a little bit more realistic, but I think it melds really well with all the design sensibilities we have. Trying to hit like a retro, so it's relatable, sci-fi feel, but bringing in some more modern stuff. I really like the ground troop design. He was actually the first one I designed, and when Milton first was telling me about the game, I instantly just thought of your typical gray alien, but souped up with artificially steroid-induced muscles, so that he's actually a powerhouse. So kind of flipped the idea of a frail little gray with a big head on it, turn that around, so he's actually a brute with a hammer. And then we gave him a little Roman kilt with science fiction emblems on it. So I think it looks pretty fun. I also like the thief. I came up with him actually before this game just as an exercise, but when I heard about this game I thought he'd fit him perfect, just as he's like this octo man. He's got eight limbs, all grabbing for loot.
So for our game, we're developing in the Unity 3D engine, which gives us a lot of freedom programming-wise. We're not limited like a lot of kind of pre-made 2D sprite-based engines are. There's a lot of freedom in control for programming types and information saving.
What makes this game different than our competitors? Well, it starts with number one, we have multiple worlds, and no one else is doing that right now. So we give our users a choice to choose between 3 different worlds. We have a lava, an ice, and a more Earth-like world. Coming soon to the game, each world is going to have their own unique set of characters and little resources that they can use to upgrade to bigger and better things.
A great bonus in Cosmic Clash during player versus player combat is that the units are still going to attack targets close to them if they don't have direction. But that added effect of being able to concentrate on a single obstacle is going to add a lot more strategy into these kinds of games, rather than just sitting and waiting around and having the computer fight for you. Your commands are actually what's going to make the difference in a decisive battle.
You have to upgrade your characters in a linear fashion. You can upgrade them by the benefits that you want. So by speed, by attack, by health, you can upgrade those individually as well as your defense assets. So a cannon, well, if you want to contribute all of its power versus none of its defensive capabilities, you can do that. It'll make it weaker, but it'll pack a bigger punch. we're giving you more control than any other multiplayer mobile MMO is out there right now. On top of that, no longer do you have to wait for your characters to load up while you pay for them. Once you pay, you get to play. So you have to wait 30 minutes for your best character before he go into war. You get to go into war instantaneously. It's gonna be big, by the way.
Yeah.
People hate that. I paid $30,000 for my dragon, and now I have to wait 30 minutes
Or sometimes days.
for it to go into battle. No, this is just to go into battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go into battle, and I have to wait 3 hours before I actually go to battle. That means I can only battle 3 times a day.
You know what you're doing 3 hours.
No, I want to be able to battle 30 times a day. Why should, so in our game, you have to spend gems to battle 30 times a day. You get to battle 30 times a day.
One of the most exciting parts about Cosmic Clash, in respect to these other games, is that the multiplayer component is much more interactive and complicated than these others. When you conquer a base, you get to stick your flag in the territory, and you now own that territory, meaning that a percentage of their loot is transferred to you for a predetermined amount of time. And you can stack that, so you can have 20 flags in different bases, so you're collecting percentages on all of those bases.
So, like other games, we're going to have crystals. Those crystals will obviously allow you to upgrade your characters faster, give you more resources faster. But we're also going to have cheaper packages, like $1, $2, $3 packages, because nothing more frustrating than only need 5 or 6 gems and have to spend $5 or $6. So we're going to have cheaper packages for our customers, so that way they can upgrade their
The generator game, some of the other games call it a town hall, or it's like a central hub. The generator is actually significant in our game. It's not just the determining factor on what level your actual clan is, but it has significance, and if enemies destroy that, they target it specifically, every one of your defenses will lose a percentage of power. So your cannons won't fire as powerful as they were, and your walls won't be able to withstand as much as you could.
I think the biggest difference that we're going to do than any other game is doing right now is rewards. Right now, the longer you play, you get in-game reward bonuses. One of the things that we want to do is actually give out real prizes. Because we feel that our success is due to you, so why not pay back our customers?
As far as our assets are concerned, the big thing that sets our game apart is that instead of being limited to the number of a certain asset based on the size of your town hall in our game, the generator, you can have as many of any asset as you like, and you're only limited in the amount of space you have and the amount of money. So your first of any asset will be a certain set amount of money, and your second one will be more. So if you have the money, you can have nothing but cannons surrounding your base instead of walls. But every subsequent one. During this campaign, you can go to cosmicclash.net, and while the beta is going on, we'll release new character concepts, and you can go onto our forum and give feedback, and so you can have a little bit of say in how these characters look and how they might behave. So why Kickstarter? Right now the game is basically done, it's very close, and we just need a little bit more budget so that we can release a little bit stronger. What we have now is 5 characters for launch, planning on updating that as we go. But if we get more budget, we can release with maybe 10, 12, 15 characters, and that's more toys for you to play with, and more possibilities.
But a great bonus in Cosmic Clash during player versus player combat is that there's a participating in Kickstarter. Those of you who have reached the proper tiers will be able to help us beta test the game. While we probably won't include all the features in the beta test, it'll be extremely important to get all of your feedback on how the game's working, which will impact how we develop later portions of the game.